No one ever listened. No one ever cared. No one ever heard her. No one was ever there. She was so understanding, yet she was alone. If someone had once listened or tried, would she then have died? No one ever listened. No one ever cared. No one ever heard her, and that is why she died. Humanity has been sitting on a time bomb. We have little time and a major catastrophe. The one event that could send our planet's climate system into a tailspin of epic destruction. A catastrophe of our own making. The Maldives is the smallest Asian country in both population and land area, with an average ground level of 1.5 meters above sea level. It is the planet's lowest country. But there lies a threat. The environment of Maldives comprises a delicate and complex series of ecosystems unique to the tropical world, and many have found it a pleasure to gaze upon. Tourism has made Maldives the richest country in South Asia in terms of the GDP head. It may be known as a tropical paradise, an archipelago of 1,200 coral islands in the Indian Ocean. But the traditional image of the Maldives hides a dirty secret. It's the world's biggest man-made garbage island. This problem of waste disposal in the Maldivian islands spells danger. Most parts of the island nation of Maldives are barely 1 to 1.5 meters above sea level. If global warming leads to rising sea levels, the country could submerge in no time. Tatva Global Environment Limited, the company has made notable difference to the way societies choose to dispose of waste and preserve ecology in its pristine form. Tatva has constantly endeavored to restore Mother Nature to its closest possible original state through its state-of-the-art technology. A few miles and a short boat ride from the Maldivian capital Male is the island of Thilafushi, which began life as a reclamation project in 1992. The artificial island was built to solve Male's refuse problem. But today, with Male's growing population adding more waste, the island's rubbish now occupies 50 hectares of the total space. Under the leadership of President Nasheed and with assistance from World Bank, Maldives has embarked upon a bold new journey that will transform Thilafushi into a modern and unique solid waste management, resource recovery and renewable energy center. A carbon-neutral sustainable system to turn trash into energy and valuable new products will soon rise from the ashes of Thilafushi. The most important part of this new program is its participants, the people of Maldives. By recycling, each man, woman and child can make a difference in the fight against global climate change. Together, we can take a big step towards a cleaner, greener, sustainable Maldives with the new system to manage household waste. And it all starts in the homes of everyday people. We need to segregate dry and wet waste in 2 separate bins. Individual households shall be provided with 2 bins, each with a capacity of 10 liters, a green one for wet waste and a white one for dry waste. Considering 3 persons per household, restaurants, commercial buildings and apartments shall be provided with 2 common large bins, one green and one white of 60 liters capacity each, to be placed at a common location at each apartment. Bins of 100 liters and 50 liters capacity shall be provided to all hotels. 500 liter and 1 cubic meter capacity bins shall be provided to vegetable and fish markets. For effective management of the waste and to cover the maximum area in limited duration, The entire city is divided in 5 zones with separate teams and infrastructure for waste collection and transportation. Small-sized tippers shall be provided for the preliminary collection and transportation of waste from various waste generation sources to IWMC. Waste collection shall be done throughout the day, with different timings for each zones. Beginning in March, new trucks will appear on the streets to begin collecting waste from every home, shop, business and hotel. The waste is then transferred from Malé to Willingili on a landing craft. And from Willingili, it is then transferred to Thilafushi site. The new solid waste management and recycling center will be located on a 10-hectare sand base. It will be built by Tattva, a global leader in environmental protection, green technology and recycling. Tattva comes from India, where they have been building new solid waste facilities using the best technologies from all over the world. After transferring the waste to the Thilafushi site, the waste is then weighed to pass it to a new material recycling facility called MRF, where it is separated into 4 streams. Wet materials or organic wastes like food scraps, eggshells and banana peels from the kitchen will go into a big composter. This looks like a giant drum that slowly turns the food scraps into rich potting soil that can be used to grow plants and grass. The composter uses tiny microscopic creatures that grow naturally in organics to biologically recycle waste into soil. The second stream contains lots of recyclable stuff like glass, metals, plastic and fiber like paper and cardboard. Each of these materials will be segregated and processed for reuse in new products. Once these valuable feedstocks are produced, new local industries will spring up to make all kinds of new recycled products. These new industries will create lots of jobs and keep the recycled products here in the islands, where they can be reused again and again. The third stream will become fuel for a sophisticated new power plant called a gasifier. This state-of-the-art technology comes from Japan, where countless communities have been making clean green energy from waste for years. The best part is that it makes electricity without polluting the air. The temperatures inside the gasifier are over 800 degrees Celsius. It is so hot that it literally turns almost everything inside into a gas and steam. The super hot gas is then rapidly oxidized to release energy that is used to spin a turbine generator, making enough electricity to run number of homes. The local power company Stelco buys the electricity and sends it to the energy-hungry businesses on Thilafushi, and someday Malé too. 3 things come out of the waste that is put in the gasifier: electricity, leftover steam and gases that have been cleaned and scrubbed to meet stringent emission standards, and lastly, clinker, which is the melted metals, ash and other solid stuff. Clinker will then undergo a special process to become concrete bricks that can be used in construction. Finally, there are some things that simply cannot be recovered, recycled or reused. This stream will go into a brand new double-lined landfill built from the recovered plot. Modern landfills are an engineering marvel that are designed to international standards to safely store waste in a permanent vault that is constantly monitored to make sure it does not leak. Any water or liquid that does percolate out of the waste, called leachate, will be collected from a series of wells and under drains located beneath the landfill. A leachate treatment system will be built on-site to biologically treat the water to make it environmentally safe to discharge. Tattva is a forerunner in the battle against hurdles in waste management. We constantly strive to preserve the treasure that Mother Nature has created. Our efforts are governed by the ethos of public welfare and healthy living. We shall continuously carry out our duties towards the betterment of the environment to eradicate pollution problems in the Maldives. There is a grave need for new metaphors for the world to live by. We create new precedents for future generations to emulate. Creating a healthier world through a scientific approach is the sole end of our efforts. We need a system like this if we are going to reach our goal of becoming a carbon-neutral country by 2020. In reducing environmental pollution, Tattva fulfills its duty towards the environment, towards society, and towards the holistic economy that is this beautiful island, Maldives.